So Fergus and I are going to ride from Adelaide to Melbourne, Australia, the beginning of February. It's like the 2nd till the 2 weeks from the 2nd. Should be pretty fun. A little nervous. Fergus is a very strong bicycle rider. He's a hardy person. He can put up with a lot. He'll ride all day, eat nothing, sleep in a ditch, ride all day, eat nothing. Well, I, on the other hand, like a nice clean shower, putting my feet up, 5 square meals a day. I think you get the point. If anybody lives in Australia, is that rude? I don't mean to be condescending. I'm just excited to use the accent. Around the beginning of February and wants to maybe rally a couple days with us, or if someone lives in Melbourne or Adelaide that has a spot we could crash in, that'd be killer beans. Let me know. Reach out. We would love to talk with you and see the world from, or your world from your eyes. Yeah, nothing better than seeing a place from the perspective of a, no, that's not true. Nothing better than seeing a place from the perspective of a new person, because holy cow, I mean, that's like the best part of travel, right? It's like a psychedelic experience. Perspective shifting at its finest. Gotta work on the van today. Minor electrical works happening. Look at that damn thing. Oh my God, it is adorable. Matt Reyes came up with the best title for the license plate. Bay Bay. I'm just saying.
Make sure there's no kids running around. Make sure it's completely safe when you do it, because you can get electrocuted and you could die.
Such a hole in the bucket scenario. There's electrical work I got to do in the camper van to make sure the furnace works, which is the first project I'm working on. But to do that, I got to solder some wires, which means I need to connect to power from the house opposed to in the garage, and the outlet in the front of the house didn't work, so I'm replacing it with an outlet that does work. There's a hole in the bucket. Boom. It feels so good to fix shit on your house. So this just opened one little step, so now I can get into this bad guy with some light and some power and fix the wiring in the heater. You think I should remove these? How do you want to spend your time?
I mean, I was thinking about this on like car ride over here actually. And I was like, okay, so what feels good to me? Like what makes sense to me? And the thing I kept coming back to were feelings. Things that make me feel good to me. And I think things that make you feel anything is a good direction to go in. And if you're creating feelings, that's something that you should not just find a way to do more of, but hone in on. And if you can create feelings for more people than just what you're feeling from doing that thing, then that's even more of a sign that you should continue doing what you're doing. So if you can feel something positive and affirming from what you're currently doing, then do more of that. And if you don't, figure out what that is for you.
Thank you. Commuting's so fun. It's like you get to shuffle through the city under your own power, just moving through everything, getting wherever you want to be, not having to deal with parking or paying for something. You just do it. The Avington with the flat pedals is still super into it for the commuter. The pedals are so big and goddamn comfortable that they pedal strike happens when I'm just subtly leaning one direction over another. But it's fine because they're like plastic, so they kind of wear in. It's like a grind, an unintentional fakey 5.0 big spin out. Commuting is hilarious because everyone looks like a total fool. No matter how hard you try to not look like a complete imbecile, it's unavoidable. We all look ridiculous. So you look ridiculous. And then you go on about it. And people run some of the craziest bikes they're all squeaking and their saddles are too high and too low and the bikes don't fit anybody. It's amazing. If these people gave two shits about the rigs they ride, they'd be so efficient, maybe too efficient. And the mountain bike stuff, everyone's got an opinion. Some people say do it, some people say don't do it. Some people say do it, but so I don't know what else they say. I just want to try it. I'm not gonna like convert or ditch the gravel shit. I like riding all bikes. Road, gravel, mountain bikes. But I do, if I ever get my hands on a mountain bike, anyone got any leads, want to throw some of those ridiculous Jones bars that have like, I want multiple hand positions. That's what I'm talking about. If I could lock out the fork too, that would be killer. Then that thing starts kind of turning into one of those hybrid-y, kind of flannel wear, flat pedal dude bike kind of things. Which that sounds cool, I'm down. I'm not gonna put 40 racks and metal bottles on it, but you can handle some business with that thing. Honestly, frustration. It's not always sugar and spice, and it's not easy to talk about the things that aren't always good. But I figured, what better place to do this than on the internet? Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, but push it through. From what I've learned in this life, don't dwell on the things that hold you down. Let them go. I've noticed there's a tendency to want to recycle or replay events that you don't like. Say you have an interaction with someone on the road or in a cafe or whatever and it doesn't feel good. I'll want to keep replaying that in my head like a broken record of discomfort. And that is not a healthy practice. The best thing is to just try the best that you can to just let that shit go. All of this sounds so cliche, but I guess there's a reason that it's cliche, because it's true. Yeah, I don't know, it helps, it works. So, you know, when I say all this shit, I'm essentially just talking to myself with hopes that some of it will land for anybody else. Never telling anybody what to do, just trying to recall bit by bit. I still can't figure out the damn heater in the camper van. The truck is Japanese, the heater's from Germany, the water heater's from America. Holy crap. So it's been an experience trying to figure out the Truma Gastrodolphin, everything. Trying to find a manual for a 25-year-old German heater. Troubleshooting the igniter, which is what I think the problem is. Soldering some bits, some wires were disconnected, and it uses a battery to start the thing, and it full on diving headfirst into a bunch of shit that I don't know. Oh yeah, but you know, it is what it is, and it's super gratifying when it works through. It just takes time. Try, fail, try, fail. I always think about skating. Skateboarding is fail, 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 almost fail, fail, fail. Maybe you make it, but it's really crappy. Yay! Fail, 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 fail. Oh shit, you made it again. It's so much failing. And that is a good lesson to learn. Failing's not the worst thing in the world. It's never really feels very good. But the more familiar I can get with that feeling, maybe that makes it better. I don't know. It demystifies it. The more familiar you may. Because then it's just, you know, you're like, oh, all I did was fail and nothing else happened. So just try it again. And eventually you make it. And when you make it, whoo, that feeling, as a kite, so high. Two cool questions I got recently. One, if I could only have one bike, what would it be? Steel road bike. Said it 100 times, and I stick by it. I think it'd be a steel road bike with disc brakes and room for like big-ish tires, but not like monster tires. Something about the road bike with a ton of space and tiny little tires. Cross bikes will do that. Ugh. I hate the way that looks. And I know that does nothing for function and yada da, but ay. It's like you'd have that one bike with a decent amount of clearance and then another set of another set of wheels, some 650Bs with some bigger volume. And that's how you kind of get the mix and match. Disc is the critical element to that. And the other question, I don't remember. So there you go. Oh yeah, I remember now. They asked why on my drawings all the people have their eyes closed. And I responded, I'm trying to draw these figures as simple as possible. And the simplest way that I came up with doing eyes was just slashes. So to me, their eyes are open, but I kind of like that it's ambiguous. So yeah, they're not closed. Or maybe they are to you, but to me, I don't think of them as closed, which doesn't really mean anything. It's just a different way of